Hey y'all, welcome back. I did over 6 months, 190 days today at 10K steps a day, every day. No quit, just kept going, kept getting the steps done. The results are in, and they might surprise you. So come along and we'll talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike. I'm into fitness, self-improvement, and getting better every day. We're gonna get into that more and more as we get into it. I've walked 10,000 steps a day for the past 190 days. The results are in. I've learned a lot, and I'd like to discuss about 3 things: what worked for me, what might work for you. If you're into that, then come on and we'll talk about 3 things. So for me, I had to prioritize the steps early. I'm an early bird anyway, so it kind of worked out that I got that way. 3 days a week I do full body weight training. The other 4 days I do incline walking. So on the weight training days, I would, when I was resting, either a minute and a half, 2 minutes, so forth and so on, I would walk around during my rest sets, and that would give me some extra steps. And then after those weight sessions, I would do high intensity interval training for 10-15 minutes, usually a mile on the elliptical or the Stairmaster, or I just rotated every day, so it was not monotonous. And then on the other days, I would do 40 to 60 minutes, and that would get me pretty close to 5,000 to 6,000. So that's always my goal, is to be at 5,000 or 6,000 before work, and that I feel like I can get the rest of them throughout the day if I get that many. But that's a good start. So those were some of the challenges that I came into. So, and there's some other challenges like weather, because it was the winter time. It got cold, and I don't really like the cold anymore. I'm from the South now. Not from the South, but I live in the South now. I've been here for a little while, so I don't really like the cold. So that's what some of the challenges, when it was cold and windy and still dark outside all the time, and that made it tough. And sometimes life happened with practices and work commitments and meetings, and a big one for me was traveling. I traveled 6 different states. I traveled walked in 6 different states. Alabama, actually probably more than that if you count all the airports and stuff. So but I did actually walk in Alabama, Florida, North Carolina, Ohio, Nevada, and Utah, and then 3 different countries: US, Philippines, and Korea. So that was a pretty busy 6 months for me, for work-wise anyway. So, and then when I'm working, the days are usually longer, and it's a little bit harder to make time for steps, because we're not necessarily doing what we would do back here. We're actually supporting the customer. So those were some of the challenges that I faced. If you're doing any kind of challenge or anything like that, I'd like to know what kind of challenge you guys faced. But the impact, let's talk about the 3rd thing, the impact that it had. There's some studies around that are saying it's good, it's bad, or whatever, but this is just my experience. It made my mood better. I did lose some weight, probably like 15-20 pounds. I'm gonna try and put a picture of that in here. It increased my sleep. I was sleeping right around 6, and now I'm right between 7 and 8. So it helped me get better sleep. It improved my mood. If I was having a bad day, or I need to restart my day, then I could just try and get away for 10 or 15 minutes and just walk. There's really no pressure for me to walk the 10,000 steps, because it's just a little friendly challenge between me and my cousin's husband. So you know, and we both are still doing it, so I think that the impact has been good. And now, like at first, it was kind of like, man, I got to get these 10,000 steps. Well, before we started, I had another challenge. I think that was like 163 days or something. I didn't really pay attention that I was that close to 180 days or 6 months. Otherwise, I probably would have kept going. So this is the longest I ever walked, 10K steps a day, the longest streak I ever had, and it's still going. So, like at first, you know, they say it takes 21 days to form a habit. So the first month or so was like, man, I got to do it. And now it's just like second nature. I get out there in the morning and get as many as I can done. And then, you know, at work, I try and get, you know, a couple 10-minute walks in there. But, you know, this is really up to you and your type of thing, however you want to focus on or try and get it done. But I'd love to hear if you guys are trying to do any kind of challenges right now. You can post those in the bottom. So if you guys like this kind of content, I'll keep trying to do this once a week, and I'm gonna keep walking. But it just won't be about steps. I thought 6 months was a pretty big milestone for steps. As you can see, I got my home gym right here behind me. We'll do some of that, maybe some meal prep, maybe some other random stuff too. So, you know, if you guys like that, and hopefully I can start to provide you guys some value. It's not really about me, it's about how I can give back to the community. And well, with that, that's all I got this time. This is 190 days, 10K steps a day. You start calling me the step guy. And so for now, have a great week, and we'll see you next time.